One of the things I do, like everybody else, is browse YouTube and consume a lot of content and get inspired by it. Being a designer, I know that there's a lot of libraries for mobile design and web design, but there wasn't a space to help me find YouTube creations unless I really went ahead and saw all the videos. So I decided to create this for myself. This is Attention Design. It's a library for YouTube creators, for you to look at various styles that different YouTube creators use to publish their videos. So let me walk you through it. As you can see different channels highlighted here. You can see different thumbnails. You can see screen overlays, graphics used, as well as branding of different channels. When you're setting up a YouTube channel, one of the first things you do is set up the branding. So if you kind of go over here, you'll see all of the different channels, but you can even see all of the branding that different channels use for their banners, for their profile photos, etc. And it's a really comprehensive understanding of how do you make your brand look really good on YouTube. The same goes for different channels that you have, right? So you can see a bunch of different channels. I'm sure you many of them, and all of them have their very distinct styles. Talking about styles, let's go to screens. Today, YouTube channels aren't just simple recordings. There's a lot more that goes behind it. There's thumbnails, there's graphics that are on top of the screens, there's screen overlays to help people understand the content, different video layouts that people use. It can be as complex as you want it to be. So if you're a creator who wants to figure out what is the right kind of video style, video layout, screen overlay, graphic that you should be using, you can use Attention Design to figure out what it is that you want to do. You can start kind of looking at different things. If you have a video thumbnail that you want to create with many faces, you could say, I want a video thumbnail with 2 faces. What is it that I want to create? If you have text content that you want to display, you want all caps. What does it look like? If you want to create these things on Canva, you can go ahead and do that, and a lot more. So let's dive in. So here I am in my account, and now I can see every single channel, every single thumbnail on the platform. If you go to one of these, let's take the biography podcast, which I love a lot. You see that the biography podcast is a very distinct branding style. I love what they've done with it. This very playful banner that is there, as well as a very strong color language that they use with the orange. It's pretty distinctive when you see it amongst a sea of different thumbnails. What you'll also see is there's different screen types here. There's the thumbnail, there's the intro, there's a scene in terms of how they are sitting with the podcast, and different moments like the screen overlays, etc. So if you're going to one of the, when you click into it, you get a deeper understanding of what's happening, right? Like what is great about this video. You see that Eric Lyman's jacket pattern is adding a lot of visual texture. This is a very warm looking video. It also has a classic layout to have the text on the right hand side, but the person on the left hand side. So you get an understanding of framing. It talks about how there's soft lighting, which makes it feel warm, and very minimal branding at this point. But the text itself, because of the choice of font, gives you a good understanding that this is the biography podcast. In addition, there's loads of different content in here. There's a content strategy, what has been used, the fact that there's an emotional quote, the tone is supportive. You see that there's face analysis, like what's happening, how much of the screen is taking up the face, what's the placement of the face, what's the emotion of the person who is using this, as well as, what's the language or style of the text itself. It's a mixed case, it's a bold retro serif with a drop shadow. And also the visual design, you get a good understanding of what is this, type of visual. It's, really emphasizing the quote, and it's a large typographic quote. So as you can see, there's a bunch of different things. Clicking on the view original link on the page will take you directly to the YouTube video that allows you to see where that inspiration came from. So you don't have to figure it out and find that video on YouTube. That's Attention Design for you. Check it out and let me know what you think.